Hey guys, it's Charlie here, and if you guys are watching this video, you likely run some type of business. On a day-to-day basis, a bunch of things are happening, your systems are running, people are doing different tasks, but it all works together, right? There's one very important position in your company that basically ensures that everything is running smoothly, and that basically is the head of operations. Now in this video, we'll be unraveling what the head of operations actually does. We'll talk about the roles and responsibilities, as well as what skills they need to have. And yeah, I'll just say that this is a very important position. It's basically a role that often works behind the scenes, but ensures that everything in the business is happening smoothly and on time. So let's first explore a more official definition of what the head of operations is. The head of operations is basically the director of a play or a symphony. So basically they're going to ensure that every department and function works in unison, aligning day-to-day activities with the company's long-term vision. So you may have heard of head of operations, but there are other names for this role. It really depends on the organization of the business. But yeah, head of operations can also be COO, Chief Operating Officer. It could be Ops Director, or it could even be something like Chief of Staff. Despite all these different name variations and things like that, the core responsibilities of this role, they remain the same. Now let's talk about the different key responsibilities that the head of operations has for your business. A lot of you guys are probably watching this video because you have a head of ops and you want to understand their position a little bit better so that you can work better together. But if you're actually trying to look for a head of operations for your business, I do want to encourage you guys to consider looking overseas because there are a lot of really great talent at prices that are way more affordable than domestic prices. What might cost maybe $300,000 per year in the States would possibly cost $80, $90, $100,000 in certain countries. And if you guys do want to have some help finding an overseas head of ops for your business, our company Paired, we can do that for you. We've been really successful with this, and we're certain that we can absolutely change the trajectory of your business, all while of course saving 70, 80, 90% on payroll costs. If you guys do want to check this out, I'll leave a link down below to paired.so. That's our website where you can learn more about our service, and then also contact us if you have any questions or want to get started with the recruitment process. To get back to the video, the most important key responsibility of the head of operations is going to be working on the operational strategy. So essentially you have your CEOs, you have your executive suite, and you have your department leaders, right? The department leaders, they're running the day-to-day things that are happening within each department of your business, while the CEO, the executive suite, they are focusing more on the growth as well as the company's overall vision. So essentially the head of ops is the intermediary between these two groups of people, and they basically translate the company's vision into the actual actions and processes that are happening within the business. It's turning the strategy into the actual execution. So there's gonna be a lot of optimization, right? They're gonna set KPIs for the team. They're gonna make sure that there are no defects in the product or service that your company is providing. They're gonna try and optimize the workspace speed, all these different things that sort of measure and drive success within the company. And that sort of brings us to process management and optimization. This is a key thing that the head of ops is going to be constantly working on, and that is looking for different opportunities to optimize the business. In any business, there are tons and tons of inefficiencies, and so the role of the head of ops is going to be always thinking, what can we implement into our business to make things run smoother, more efficiently, and of course faster? So this could be, for example, identifying a certain software that can reduce repetitive tasks. They may want to redesign some workflows to reduce any unnecessary steps. They may look for other software that is better optimized for your business than the one that you guys are currently using, stuff like that. And that brings us to the next responsibility, which is team leadership. This role is not just about all these processes and bridging the strategy and the execution. A huge part of it is about the people that are actually working within your business. Think of your head of ops as a manager. They're managing everyone within the company. They're managing the different departments. And if there are any conflicts between certain people or departments or anything, they're gonna be the ones that step in and make sure that that gets resolved. For example, right, if you have a sales department as well as a marketing department, there may be some things that create some friction, right? Like timelines that don't match up, things like that. Basically, your head of ops is going to step in and rectify these situations. We sort of mentioned this earlier, but another key responsibility is going to be quality control. As the CEO of your company, you're working on the vision, the marketing, all those different things. But what happens when you actually get clients that want to use your product or service? Well, that needs to be fulfilled. And when you fulfill, it needs to be quality fulfillment, right? You can't just pass it on to your team and expect them to do everything perfectly. There's going to be a manager that oversees everything, and that is going to be your head of ops. For example, if there's a customer that actually complains about some part of your product or service, your head of operations is also going to be on the ground trying to predict if there are any potential changes in trends and trying to predict things before they actually occur. So you can sort of think of it as like a built-in radar for your business, which can scan for potential threats, changes in the business atmosphere, and make appropriate changes before it's too late. Now, in terms of the skills that the person needs to have, it's going to be a mix of hard and soft skills. They're going to need to be super super analytical. They're gonna have to be really good with data. They're gonna have to be able to look at data and make key decisions. And yeah, so basically they need that really logical side of their brain. At the same time, soft skills are super important because they're dealing with a lot of people. They're gonna help nurture team growth. They're gonna make sure that everyone feels valued within the company. And so yeah, they do need to practice a good amount of empathy, and they do need to be able to connect well with people. If you have a head of operations that is a complete asshole and no one wants to hang out with them or be around them, then it's very likely that your company culture is going to be quite toxic. And this really goes hand in hand with effective communication, right? If that person is not able to effectively communicate with empathy, as well as from a strategic standpoint, then it's not going to be good. So yeah, basically, where head of operations, they used to focus solely on making sure that things were fulfilled, right? Working within the business. This position is slowly evolving. It's getting more strategy oriented. And so not only are they working within the business, managing everything that's happening, they're also keeping their mind open for industry trends and helping keep your business competitive in today's market. So yeah, basically the head of operations, they are sort of like an unsung hero. They make sure everything is happening behind the scenes. And so that's why this is such an important position. If you guys don't have a good head of operations, then the growth of your company is going to be severely limited, as well as the actual fulfillment of your product or service. So that's why it's so important to find the right person. Again, if you guys do want to find a head of operations from overseas to save significantly on your payroll costs, be sure to check out our website, learn more about our services. And yeah, we'd love to help you find your next superstar head of operations. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more content just like this. This whole channel is dedicated to helping you guys hire right. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.